Hey, I love you guys. Okay, crazy. What? Yeah, I love you. Sweet girl. Okay, crazy. Jesus. Hi there, buddy. God damn, this thing needs a wash. Would you look at that? How nice is it to get back in this car at the start of a video and not see a fucking ugly ass exploded airbag? Okay guys, welcome to today's video. I have been pretty anxious about this for a little bit. Today I am driving my 2000 Lexus LS 400 to Daytona Beach. Google Maps says it's about 12 hours from now. I'm gonna predict that it takes closer to 14. I know I'm gonna have to make a couple stops, maybe slower through certain sections because of the shitty roads, especially Nashville and Atlanta. Yeah, I mean, the reason that I'm kind of anxious is because I'm doing this completely on my own. I don't have any other people with cars riding with me. I don't have any passengers. I am on my own, so if anything goes wrong with the car, which I'm fairly confident that nothing's going to go wrong, it's just if anything did, I am kind of stuck. I also, this is probably a really stupid decision, I also don't have many tools because I actually don't own any tools. Ryan, my roommate, pretty much owns all the tools that we have here, and he just lets me use them as well as the garage to work on the car. So I should probably just go buy some fucking tools, but I'm broke, so yeah. About all I have is like shitty OEM jacks. I have like 2 of those, and then like shit to take the wheels off and a spare wheel. So yeah. But we should be okay. I have a lot of confidence in this car. I've done a couple relatively long drives. I did Gatlinburg, it was like 5, and then went to Cincinnati a couple weeks ago, it was like 3 or something. Those aren't anywhere near as far as today's drive, but the car did absolutely fine. So I trust that it'll be okay. Alright, do a quick walk around before I head out. The car is absolutely filthy right now. I've been shaving the rear quarter panels for the past couple days, so they are covered in metal shavings, and just the rest of the car is covered in like bird shit and whatnot. Chrome tint looks fire right now. Yeah, this piece of shit is gonna hopefully make it. Alright, so here we have my regular drive height for this drive. As you can see, she's a little tight. But if your car doesn't look good rolling, it doesn't look good. So we always make sure we drive low. The nice thing is this looks like it's going to hit, but I've just spent the past couple days really dialing in the rear fitment, and this does not hit. It slides right up under there without touching it, and it gives the illusion of fender lip, which is awesome. The front kind of does the same, it just doesn't tuck as hard, so I had to ride it a little bit higher in the front. But yeah, I'm pumped on how that turned out. And we are off. Should probably stop and make sure that my tires are all filled up to the right pressure before I make it too far. So once I get to a gas station, we'll do that real quick. It's pretty important when you have stretch tires to make sure they don't lose pressure, and I especially want to do that on this long ass drive. But I'll be checking them every single time I stop to make sure that we're good. I'm ready to get going. I'll probably only update this video every couple of hours or so. I'm not going to film like a shit ton because I'm just driving somewhere. I don't want to bore you guys. It's going to be a lot of me talking in this video. But I needed to talk about how the new airbags are doing in the front and how the rear fitment is, and then also the height sensors that I don't have, and how it sucks. But we'll keep you updated. Thankfully, I have the tires filled up. I run mine at like 55 to 60 psi. I'm actually at 55 today because I know that I'm probably gonna hit some like aggressive bumps on the interstate, and I don't want them to be too high and then end up like blowing a sidewall out or some shit. I'm just overly paranoid. But anyway, I love workday week mornings because one, there's a diesel truck parked in front of the fucking air, and then I have to pull up behind it and try and like reach the thing as far as I can. So I'm able to do the front, and then there's like a line of cars behind me, and I'm like, okay, well, I have to turn around so for it to reach. So I get in the car and go to turn around, and then as soon as I'm trying to turn around, the car behind me is already trying to pull the fuck in, and I'm like backing up, and he almost hits me, and then I have to get out, and I'm like, yo, I need to turn around to do the rears. And he's like, no, you're done. I'm like, no, I'm not done, you fucking idiot. Just people have no patience, and there's Tweedledum fuck with his diesel in front of the air pump. Whatever. Let's start this fucking day. Alright, we made it to Nashville traffic. Great start. Well, I decided to make a little stop because this section of road is extremely beautiful. There's like a rest stop. It's kind of almost on an island, like this bridge goes across this huge lake and there's mountains surrounding it. So I just stopped briefly, I'm probably gonna pee and take a couple pictures of the car, and then we'll hit the road again. Made it to Chattanooga, just 8 hours to go. Alright, so talking of Chattanooga, who else is extremely excited for Riverside, Chattanooga? It is March 14th, 2020. I'm pumped. I applied to be a vendor. I have planned for a long while that Riverside will be the first show that I am a vendor at, and I am just praying that they accept it. They kind of usually just keep the same vendors for the most part. It's people that they know, and I feel like it's unlikely that they'll accept me, but I really, really hope that they do, because I've been planning out stuff for a long time. Full new line of merchandise. There'll be a limited Riverside shirt, and I'm planning to film an after movie that is based around my brand and my cars. We're done filming after movies for everyone else. It is time to do LEP automotive after movies. Get back into the fucking game. But I'll have my own booth with all my logos on it. Like, I'm dumping a lot of money into doing this, so I'm very, very excited for that show, and it's gonna suck if I don't get accepted, and then I'll have to figure out another show that I'm gonna debut at, but fingers crossed. But anyway, either way, I'm still crazy excited for Riverside. It's one of my favorite shows of the year, regardless of what the weather does. I'm sure it'll probably fucking rain all weekend again. It just brings out some of the most insane cars, and if you guys have never heard of the event, please check it out. Riverside, Chattanooga. Seriously good show, and the guys that put it on are awesome. Getting pretty close to Atlanta now because I'm hitting traffic and just past the entrance to the expressway, so I think Atlanta is about halfway on the journey. So once we actually hit downtown Atlanta, it should be about another 6 hours left. Car is doing great, no issues. Gonna have to stop for gas pretty soon though. Alright, quick gas fill up. I checked my tire pressures and the driver's side rear seems to have a leak. I think it's the valve, honestly, because when I took the pressure gauge off of it, there was still like air coming out of it, and then I like hit the nozzle a little bit and it stopped. Not great, not ideal. Hopefully it does okay. This gas station has an air thing, but it's out of order, so I'm gonna go try another gas station. But I'm glad I checked, because the last thing I need is to debead right now. Alright, I stopped, I got air, and then I checked the pressure afterwards, and it had immediately gone down from 55 to 45. So I had it back up again, sprayed some soapy water on it, and sure enough, the outside of the valve stem is leaking. It's leaking fairly quickly too. So, alright, so as it turns out, I'm gonna throw this spare wheel on, take this thing to a shop and get that valve stem replaced. It's only gonna cost me like 20 bucks, and I'm losing a little bit of time, but that's fine. As long as I get there safely, that's what's important. I guess the valve stems are just kind of old. I'll show you. It's a metal valve stem, and then it has this rubber seal around the outside, and as you can kind of see, I don't know how well you can see it, it's kind of deteriorated right here, so I'm thinking that it's just not holding it correctly anymore. Alright, well, that looks sick. It actually doesn't look bad. These are my like daily wheels. I've never put them on the car. I'm thinking I should probably get some tires for them when I get back, and they don't look half bad. I kind of like them. Alright, so thankfully my buddy Lane, who lives in the area, recommended me to these guys, Roadshow Wheels Tire Suspension, or Roadshow? Yeah, Roadshow Tires here in Atlanta. They work on a bunch of aftermarket stuff, which became extremely apparent as soon as I pulled up. There's an M4 on HREs next to me, and then an M6 on rotiforms over there. Yeah, that's pretty fucking sick. Alright, they came in clutch. We have a regular valve stem on here. It's not the prettiest, but it'll seal, and that's all I needed. My buddy Lane is here. He recommended me to come by, and he lives like just down the road. He has a sweet rental car because his daily got fucking wrecked. And
frame rails bent like 45 degrees, but it's whatever. You know.
You're coming to Simply though, right?
Oh yeah.
And you're not bringing your car. No.
Didn't work out.
But yeah, I got another 7 hours to go apparently, so I'm gonna hit the road. Appreciate you.
No problem, man.
See you, man. Back on the road and successfully made it to Atlanta. Thank fucking God. Traffic sucks, but I am just happy to be back on the road. So it looks like we have 6.5 hours until Daytona. So we're about halfway there. I feel like it's really blown by. It's been a super easy drive so far, besides the little issue. So we're doing good. And I am ready to be past Atlanta, where the roads are smooth. I can drop my car to a beautiful ride height and just cruise the rest of the way on cruise control. Yo, holy shit. Okay, so as I was rolling through Atlanta, some dudes spotted me, posted it on their story, and I was like, yo, they're photographers. So I was like, yo, let's fucking shoot some rollers. And traffic was too bad for me to catch up. But we just now got like out onto clear roads. I caught up with them, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna fucking dump this bitch for some rollers. We're doing like 80 on the fucking highway, and I aired this bitch out completely. It was sketchy. Like, the car was driving fine, and then like one point I think my tire caught the left front fender and just yanked the car to the left like really hard. So that sketched me out, but like I know those pictures just came out fire. Yeah, boy. I guess I rubbed a little hard on there. We got a little hot. I'm gonna have to figure out how to shave that. That sucks. The inside is now like protruding out, so I hope I don't like slice my tires up. I'm gonna have to find something to shave that back. Just had some good Chick-fil-A. How do I feel that my fender looks kind of fucked now? It's not really that big of a deal, honestly. This is the last show of the season. I knew that I was gonna drive the car around ignorantly low, maybe break something, but it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. That fender is already like pretty fucked up anyway. It's like a little wavy, so I'm not upset. I just will have to make sure once I get down to Daytona that I can like shave it down a little bit, like the inside of it. I don't want to end up like rubbing on the tire or anything, so I need to make sure that I take care of that. I have touch-up paint with me, so I can try and cover it up as much as possible, and A-okay. I have been driving for what feels like forever. The first half of this drive I felt like went by super quick, and then like once you're past Atlanta, there is so much of fucking Georgia to drive through. It's so boring. Hell yes, we in this bitch. Florida. Of course their fucking lights are out on the sign. Boy, we made it. Florida. And that right there is Jacksonville. So finally, we're onto the final straight. It's about an hour or so from here to Daytona Beach. I'm exhausted. I cannot wait to get there and chill. Guys, fucking made it. Oh, holy shit, that was a fucking drive. Can I just point out that all day this has been my drive height? I mean, it's not low, but it does look good. And on the old bag setup, I definitely would hit all the fucking time. So these new bags, amazing. Alright, well, I made it here. I left at 8 a.m. this morning, which was 9 a.m. here time. It's now close to 11:30, so it's like 14 and a half hours. I said it was going to be about 14, but that's not too bad, including the fact that I had to stop for like an hour and a half to have the valve stem change. But yeah, I'm proud of this thing, man. That was a relatively undramatic drive. The bags did fantastic. Let me tell you, these new airbags that I put in the front, the slim double bellows from C2B, killer. I actually didn't realize that I was riding at that height that I just pointed out, because on the old bags I definitely would have like hit the top of the strut towers a lot. And these, they just stay solid. They ride pretty good. They do ride stiff, and I didn't turn the dampening down or anything, so they have been like pretty aggressively stiff, but it's really not been too bad. So yeah, can you drive your stance car 1,000 miles? Yeah, I'd say so. Should you drive your stance car 1,000 miles? I mean, if you build it in a way that it can drive like long distances, then absolutely you should. If your car is ridiculously static and will brake every time you hit a pothole, maybe not. But this car did good. The main reason I actually bought an LS400 was because the 1UZ is one of the most reliable motors ever, and I just knew that this car would be a great road trip car. I knew that I'd be able to drive it far as fuck, and even when I did all the mods that I wanted to it and got it looking the way I wanted, it would still be capable of driving super far, and I think today proved that. I still obviously have to drive back on Monday, but I'm here to enjoy the weekend, and we'll have tons of content coming out from this weekend. But I guess the most important thing for me to do right now is go wash this thing. It is disgusting. It's covered in metal shavings, bugs, all sorts of shit. So yeah, we're gonna go take care of that. Didn't really feel like doing a full fucking hands-on thing right now. It is almost midnight, so we're doing the works, touchless bullshit. Hopefully it gets most of the shit off. I'll probably just end up wiping this thing down each day anyway. And for any detailers out there that are like super anal about shit, I plan on repainting this car, and the paint's already a little rough, so I'm not super worried about anything right now. When I have fresh paint, of course, I'll take care of it, but right now, eh. God damn, it's been a second since I've seen the chrome. That shit's bright. That actually did a fucking... It looks like it did a good ass job. All the nasties off of here. Looks alright. It's alright. Shit, son. What the fuck? Hell yeah, dog. And it didn't even fill this thing back up with water, which, by the way, I hadn't talked about this in a video. My custom fucking sequential corner lights. The last time I washed the car, the seal at the top here is broken. They filled up with water, and now they have this fucking yellow stain in the bottom of them from like the soap or whatever it is. And I'm so mad about it. I'm over it. Fully think I'm about to just like buy the next set of crystal corners that pop up for a 98 to 2000, because those are just simple. They're OEM. There's no seal that's been broken and resealed. Don't have to worry about them fucking leaking, because I have the worst luck with corner lights. And fuck these. They're okay, but they're a little jagged around the edges. They're not super clean. And I don't know. They were a short-term thing, and I decided I don't really like them. Well, this is the first time I've seen this thing clean in forever. But, yeah, right now, this is pretty much the drive height that I want to have this weekend. The front is up a little bit, but this is just enough so that I can turn. If I'm going to get rollers, I'm going to drop the front. The rear, maybe, will go down a little bit. But, yeah, I think it's pretty fire. And then I just checked this to see if it catches on the inside, because the inside has this like weird fucking lip now. I'm curious if when I turn it's gonna like catch it and fuck some shit up. So I guess I'm gonna drive it like this right now over to the Battle Gang house, and we'll see how it does, I guess.
Hello, homie. Get your money back. Double cup of Hennessy, we call it money, yeah.
Damn, that shit fucking fire. Got Jorge.
You? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's my boy!
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hey, Ollie. It's Liam. I love you.
I'm tired, bro. I've been driving all day.
Same.
That's not Eric.
It's not Eric.
Is this?
It's gotta be. I wanted to go wake up Aaron and Eric and put the camera in their face. They locked the door.
You always gotta put me in a fucking spot. Hey, at least I got a haircut this year. I be looking the worst at Simply, bro. I be looking the worst, bro. I can't stand it. My barb.
Hey, yo, you gonna
We're
beatbox?
back.
You gonna beatbox this year?
Beatbox? Oh, yeah. But Josh isn't here. I need my DJ to beatbox some. Not now. You're gonna go all the way down there. No, but I'm telling you.
He's crazy. He's like, check out my.
Or what? Hey, pussy. Just hop in.
I was giving it to you.
Oh, I can have it?